Nobody saw this coming, and that's exactly why fans can't stop talking about it. Love and Hip Hop viewers woke up to whispers that quickly turned into full-blown chaos across social media timelines. Reports started circulating that Erica, someone who has never been afraid to speak her truth, may have finally crossed a line that could change everything. According to buzzing online claims, Erica allegedly exposed what she described as a secret affair involving Yandy. And once those words hit the internet, emotions reportedly exploded in every direction. Fans are shocked because this isn't just another petty reality TV rumor. People online are saying this situation feels different, heavier, and way more personal. Screenshots, vague captions, and cryptic reactions began spreading, with viewers piecing together clues like detectives. Some fans claim Erica didn't just hint at betrayal. She allegedly laid it out in a way that made people question everything. They thought they knew about Yandy and her marriage, and then came the part that really sent shockwaves through the fandom. Almost immediately after these reports surfaced, talk of Mendeecees and Yandy heading toward divorce began trending. Again, none of this has been confirmed as fact, but the timing alone had fans raising eyebrows. Emotions ran high as people debated whether this was long-brewing tension finally boiling over or just another exaggerated storyline spiraling out. Of control. Social media comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Some defended Yandy fiercely, calling the allegations messy and reckless. Others sided with Erica, saying she had no reason to lie and everything to lose by speaking up. Friends of the cast were rumored to be divided, while fans replayed old episodes, interviews, and moments that suddenly felt suspicious in hindsight. The most unsettling part: people claim the situation may involve private conversations, broken trust, and family fallout behind closed doors. If these reports are even partially true, the fallout could be massive, not just for relationships, but for reputations that took years to build. And as the rumors keep growing louder, one question refuses to go away. Did Erica really expose something that was never meant to see the light of day? And is this the moment that finally pushed Yandy and Mendeecees to the edge? Stay right here, because what fans are saying next only makes this situation even more intense. The moment these reports began circulating, everything around this situation seemed to shift overnight. People close to the show say the tension didn't start suddenly, but instead had been quietly building for a long time. According to online chatter, Erica had allegedly been sitting on information that made her uncomfortable, watching situations unfold while trying to keep her distance. Fans claim she appeared increasingly frustrated in recent weeks, posting vague messages and emotional reactions that now feel loaded in hindsight. At the time, most viewers brushed it off as typical reality show drama, but now many believe those posts were early warning signs. What pushed things into the spotlight, according to rumors, was an alleged private confrontation that didn't stay private for long. Sources online claim Erica and Yandy were involved in a tense exchange where old grievances resurfaced. Emotions reportedly ran high as accusations flew back and forth, with Erica allegedly accusing Yandy of crossing boundaries that should never be crossed, especially within a marriage. People familiar with the show dynamics say this wasn't just about friendship drama, but about trust, loyalty, and respect being questioned in a very public way. Fans are shocked because Yandy has long been seen as someone who values family above all else. Her image, built over years, centered around strength, stability, and standing by her partner no matter what. That's why these reports hit so hard. Social media users began dissecting past episodes, pointing out moments where interactions between Yandy and certain people now seem awkward or overly defensive. Nothing concrete proves anything, but speculation thrives in these spaces. And once it starts, it rarely slows down. According to ongoing commentary, Erica allegedly felt backed into a corner. Some fans believe she thought staying silent made her complicit in something she didn't agree with. Others argue she may have felt betrayed personally, leading her to finally speak up. Either way, the narrative spreading online paints a picture of Erica deciding that the truth, or her version of it, mattered more than protecting anyone's reputation. Emotions ran high as she was reportedly described as angry, hurt, and exhausted. From holding things in, the reaction from fans was immediate and intense. Timelines filled with heated debates, with some calling Erica brave and others accusing her of stirring chaos. People claimed that group chats involving friends of the cast were blowing up, with sides forming quickly. The family was left divided, at least according to online speculation, as supporters of both women defended their perspectives fiercely. What stood out most was how personal the arguments became, with fans projecting their own experiences of betrayal and loyalty onto the situation. Then there is Mendeecees, whose name became impossible to ignore as these reports gained traction. People online began speculating about his reaction, claiming he was blindsided by the sudden surge of rumors. Some posts suggest he was hurt and confused, while others claim he was furious that private matters were allegedly being discussed publicly. Again, none of this has been confirmed, but fans believe his silence spoke volumes, especially given how vocal he has been in the past when addressing rumors. As the conversation grew louder, so did speculation about the state of the marriage. Whispers about divorce didn't appear out of nowhere, according to fans. Some claim the relationship had been under strain for years, pointing to past separations, legal troubles, and emotional distance. Others argue that the marriage had survived worse, and that this was just another storm they could weather. Still, the timing of these divorce rumors, following Erica's alleged exposure, raised serious questions for viewers. What really fueled the fire were alleged reactions from people close to the couple. Fans say friends appeared to unfollow each other on social media, while subtle changes in online behavior were analyzed frame by frame. A missing ring in a photo, a caption that felt too vague, or a song choice that hinted at heartbreak became evidence in the court of public opinion. Emotions ran high as fans tried to connect dots that may or may not even exist, despite all the noise. Some voices urged caution. Many viewers reminded others that reality TV often blurs the line between real life and storyline. They argued that rumors can easily spiral into something far bigger than the truth. Still, even those urging restraint admitted that the situation felt heavier than usual. There was a sense that something behind the scenes had shifted. Whether or not the rumors were accurate, at the center of it all remains Erica, whose alleged decision to speak out changed the tone of everything. Fans continue to debate her motives, with some believing she acted out of moral obligation and others claiming personal resentment played a role. Regardless of intent, the impact was undeniable. The alleged exposure sparked conversations about boundaries, loyalty, and the cost of airing personal issues in public. By the time these reports reached peak attention, the atmosphere around love and hip-hop felt tense and uncertain. Fans were left divided, friendships were questioned, and a marriage that many rooted for was suddenly under a harsh spotlight. Even without confirmed facts, the emotional weight of the situation lingered, leaving viewers wondering how something so controlled could unravel so quickly, and whether this was truly the beginning of a much bigger fallout or simply another dramatic chapter in an already complicated story. As the situation continued to unfold online, many fans began saying the atmosphere around everyone involved felt heavier than usual. According to widespread commentary, this no longer felt like casual gossip, but something that carried emotional weight. People claimed conversations behind the scenes were becoming strained, with friendships tested and loyalties questioned. Fans are shocked because what once looked like surface-level tension now seemed rooted in deeper, unresolved issues that had been quietly building for years. Yandy's single quotes' position in all of this became a major focus of discussion. Viewers who had followed her journey closely felt conflicted. On one hand, she had always been portrayed as someone fiercely protective of her family and reputation. On the other, the rumors challenged that image in a way that felt uncomfortable. Emotions ran high as fans debated whether she was being unfairly targeted or whether there were truths being ignored for too long. Some argued that the pressure of maintaining a perfect image can push people into silence even when situations grow complicated. As for Erica, online conversations suggested she was experiencing the fallout from speaking up in ways she may not have fully anticipated. Supporters claimed she looked emotionally drained in recent appearances, while critics argued that stirring such intense rumors came with responsibility. The family was left divided in public opinion, with fans splitting into camps that defended one side passionately while criticizing the other without hesitation. Every word, gesture, and silence was analyzed as if it carried hidden meaning. What added fuel to the fire were claims that private conversations were happening away from the cameras. Fans imagined tense discussions filled with frustration, tears, and accusations. Some speculated about friends attempting to act as mediators, while others believed people were choosing sides quietly to protect themselves. Emotions ran high as viewers projected their own experiences with betrayal and conflict onto the situation, making the story feel personal even to those watching. From afar, Mendeecees remained a central but mysterious figure in the narrative. His lack of public response became one of the most talked about elements. Fans are shocked by how much meaning was assigned to his silence. Some believed he was trying to handle things privately for the sake of his children. Others felt that avoiding the conversation only allowed rumors to grow stronger. Either way, his absence from the discussion left space for speculation to flourish unchecked. Divorce rumors continued to spread rapidly, driven largely by interpretation rather than confirmation. Fans revisited old moments from the show, pointing out scenes where conversations about marriage felt tense or emotionally charged. Words spoken years ago were now being reframed as warning signs. Emotions ran high as viewers argued over whether these interpretations were fair or simply the result of hindsight bias. Still, the idea of separation lingered heavily over every discussion. Another aspect that intensified the drama was the reaction of the broader cast. Fans claimed some cast members appeared distant, while others seemed unusually supportive of one side. Even small interactions, like likes and comments on social media, were treated as evidence. The family was left divided not just within the storyline, but across fan communities, where alliances formed quickly and debates grew increasingly emotional. Many viewers began questioning how much of this situation was influenced by the reality television environment itself. They argued that constant exposure, editing, and public judgment can distort real-life conflicts. Emotions ran high as fans discussed whether the cameras amplified misunderstandings or pushed private issues into the spotlight before anyone was ready to address them. This perspective added a layer of complexity, suggesting the drama might be less about a single alleged incident and more about long-term strain. As days passed, fans noted subtle changes in online behavior that fueled further speculation. A post deleted here, a caption changed there, and suddenly entire narratives were built around these actions. People debated whether these were intentional signals or coincidences blown out of proportion. Emotions ran high as every small detail was treated like a puzzle piece in a story that refused to come together neatly. Erica's past experiences were also brought into the conversation. Supporters argued that her history may have shaped how she responded to perceived betrayal, making her less willing to stay silent. Critics countered that past pain does not justify creating new chaos. The family was left divided in these discussions as well, with empathy clashing against accountability in every comment thread throughout all of this. One question kept resurfacing among fans: where does truth end and speculation begin? People acknowledged that none of the rumors had been confirmed, yet they also admitted how convincing the narrative had become. Emotions ran high as viewers struggled to balance curiosity with fairness, knowing that real lives were affected by every assumption made online. The longer the conversation continued, the more emotionally invested fans became. What started as shocking reports evolved into a constant presence in daily discussions. People refreshed feeds repeatedly, waiting for clarity that never seemed to arrive. Emotions ran high as hope for resolution mixed with fear of confirmation, keeping viewers locked into the unfolding drama. By this point, the story had taken on a life of its own. It was no longer just about alleged actions, but about perception, trust, and the fragile nature of relationships under scrutiny. Fans were left questioning not only what might have happened, but how quickly narratives can reshape reality. And as speculation continued to grow, it became clear that whatever the truth may be, the impact of these rumors had already left lasting emotional marks on everyone watching from the outside. As the conversation pushed forward, fans began noticing how the emotional tone surrounding everyone involved kept changing. What once felt like shock slowly turned into frustration and exhaustion. According to online discussions, people close to the situation were allegedly feeling overwhelmed by the constant attention. Fans are shocked by how quickly sympathy shifted from curiosity to concern, especially as the rumors refused to slow down. Many started saying this no longer felt entertaining but emotionally draining for everyone involved. Yandy single quotes as silence continued to dominate conversations. But now it was being interpreted in different ways. Earlier, fans debated whether she was hiding something or protecting her peace. Now, some viewers argued that silence might be the only way to survive such intense public pressure. Emotions ran high as people imagined what it must feel like to have your marriage dissected by strangers daily. Supporters claimed she was choosing dignity over drama, while critics insisted that refusing to address rumors only fuels suspicion. At the same time, Erika's position seemed increasingly complicated. Fans claimed she appeared caught between standing by what she allegedly said and dealing with the consequences of saying it. Some viewers suggested she might be feeling regret, not necessarily about speaking up, but about how far the situation spiraled afterward. Others argued that once a narrative is released, it can no longer be controlled. The family was left divided. Again, this time over whether accountability includes managing the aftermath of your words. What made the situation even heavier were rumors about emotional strain behind closed doors. Fans speculated about difficult conversations happening at home, particularly involving children and extended family. People imagined questions being asked that had no easy answers. Emotions ran high as viewers expressed discomfort with how deeply personal matters were being turned into public debate. Many began questioning where the line should be drawn between commentary and intrusion. Mendeecees remained mostly absent from the public discussion, but his presence was felt in every rumor. Fans are shocked by how central his name became despite his lack of direct involvement in the conversation. Some believed his silence was intentional, meant to prevent further damage. Others argued that not addressing the situation left too much room for speculation. Either way, his quiet approach became one of the most polarizing aspects of the entire narrative. As divorce rumors continued circulating, fans started debating what separation even meant in this context. Some argued that distance does not always equal divorce, while others believed emotional separation can begin long before legal steps are taken. Emotions ran high as viewers shared personal stories relating the situation to their own experiences. These comparisons made the narrative feel more real, even though nothing had been confirmed. Another shift occurred when fans began questioning the motives behind the rumors themselves. Some suggested that exaggeration and misinformation may have played a significant role. According to this perspective, fragments of conversations and misunderstood actions could have been amplified into something much bigger. Emotions ran high as people debated the responsibility of blogs, fan pages, and commentary channels in shaping public opinion. This led to broader discussions about trust in media and online narratives. Fans acknowledged how easy it is for speculation to be framed as truth when repeated often enough. The family was left divided not only in loyalty but in belief, with some viewers fully convinced something serious had happened and others insisting the entire situation was blown out of proportion. The lack of clarity kept emotions on edge. As time passed, some fans reported feeling fatigue from the constant drama. What began as shocking news had turned into an ongoing emotional roller coaster. People questioned whether continuing to speculate was fair to those involved. Emotions ran high as empathy began competing with curiosity. Even those who enjoyed reality television admitted this situation felt different, more personal, and harder to watch unfold. Erica's alleged role continued to be reassessed as well. Some fans who initially supported her began expressing doubt, wondering if there were other ways the situation could have been handled. Others doubled down, arguing that silence only protects harmful behavior. The family was left divided once again, showing how opinions continue to evolve rather than settle. Meanwhile, Yandy's past statements about loyalty, forgiveness, and family resurfaced in discussions. Fans replayed interviews and scenes, trying to understand how she might be feeling now. Emotions ran high as people debated whether strength means fighting publicly or staying silent privately. Every interpretation felt valid to someone, which only deepened the divide. As these conversations stretched on, one thing became clear to viewers: certainty was nowhere in sight. No statements, no confirmations, no clear direction. The absence of closure kept the story alive. Emotions ran high as fans oscillated between wanting answers and fearing what those answers might reveal. By this stage, the narrative had transformed yet again. It was no longer just about alleged actions, but about perception, resilience, and emotional survival under scrutiny. Fans found themselves reflecting on how quickly admiration can turn into judgment and how fragile public images truly are. As speculation continued, many began wondering how this chapter would eventually end. Would there be clarity, reconciliation, or continued silence? No one seemed to know. What fans did know was that the emotional impact of these rumors had already reshaped how they viewed everyone involved, and that lingering uncertainty continued to hang over the situation like a shadow that refused to lift as the discussions reached what many fans felt was a breaking point. The tone around the situation subtly began to change. What started as explosive curiosity slowly turned into reflection. Viewers who had been glued to every update began asking harder questions about boundaries, privacy, and the cost of constant speculation. Emotions ran high, but now they carried a sense of heaviness rather than excitement. Fans are shocked by how quickly entertainment can transform into something that feels deeply uncomfortable. Some viewers began noticing that the louder the rumors became, the quieter the people involved seemed to get. This silence was no longer seen only as avoidance, but by some as self-preservation. Fans speculated that stepping away from the noise might have been the only way to protect mental health and family stability. Emotions ran high as people acknowledged that public pressure can push anyone to their limits, especially when personal relationships are involved. Yandy single quotes as situation continued to be debated from every angle. Supporters argued that she was being judged without facts, reminding others how damaging assumptions can be. Critics remained skeptical, insisting that unanswered questions naturally invite suspicion. The family was left divided yet again, but this time the conversations felt less aggressive and more contemplative. Fans began admitting that no one truly knows what happens behind closed doors, no matter how familiar someone may seem on screen. Erica's role in the narrative also reached a point of reevaluation. Some fans who had fiercely defended her began to soften, acknowledging that truth and timing are complicated things. Others maintained that speaking up, even imperfectly, can come from a place of pain rather than malice. Emotions ran high as people recognized that both silence and exposure can carry consequences. And there is rarely a clean answer in emotionally charged situations. Mendeecees, still largely silent in the public eye, became a symbol of the unknown in this story. Fans projected every possible emotion onto him, from anger to heartbreak to determination. Fans are shocked by how a lack of words can generate so many narratives at once. Some viewers argued that protecting children from public chaos should always come first, while others felt transparency could have calmed the storm sooner. Neither side reached agreement, reflecting how deeply personal these expectations can be. As time went on, divorce rumors began to lose some of their initial shock value, replaced by a more sobering understanding of what such a possibility represents. Fans talked about how separation, whether temporary or permanent, can be painful even when it is necessary. Emotions ran high as viewers shared personal stories of relationships that survived rumors and others that didn't. These reflections made the situation feel less like distant drama and more like a mirror of real-life struggles. Another shift occurred when fans began questioning their own role in amplifying the story. Some admitted that refreshing feeds and analyzing every detail contributed to the pressure. Others argued that public figures accept scrutiny as part of their careers. The family was left divided even in this self-reflection, showing how difficult it is to balance accountability with compassion in the digital age. Conversations also turned toward forgiveness and healing. Fans debated whether reconciliation was possible after trust is questioned so publicly. Emotions ran high as people discussed whether relationships can recover once narratives take on a life of their own. Some believed forgiveness requires honesty and time, while others felt that certain lines, once crossed, change everything permanently. What became clear was that certainty remained out of reach. No confirmations emerged to settle the rumors, and no statements arrived to provide closure. Instead, the situation settled into a space of ambiguity. Fans are shocked by how unresolved stories can linger longer than confirmed ones, feeding curiosity, precisely because they lack clear endings. Gradually, the intensity of daily speculation began to fade for some viewers. Attention shifted to other topics, but the emotional imprint of this situation remained. Fans reflected on how quickly admiration can turn into doubt and how fragile public trust can be. Emotions ran high as people acknowledged that reality television blurs the line between performance and reality in ways that can have lasting consequences. In the end, this chapter became less about proving what did or did not happen, and more about examining how stories are formed, shared, and believed. Viewers were left with questions rather than answers, but also with a deeper awareness of how powerful narratives can be. The family was left divided in opinion, but united in one reality. Words spoken, whether confirmed or rumored, can reshape perceptions in ways that cannot be undone. As the noise slowly quieted, fans were left to sit with their thoughts. Some felt disappointed, others empathetic, and many simply reflective. The situation served as a reminder that behind every headline are real people navigating complex emotions. And while the truth may remain unclear, the impact of the speculation had already been felt, leaving a lasting mark on how this story would be remembered within the love and hip-hop universe. Before you scroll away, take a moment to think about everything you just heard. Stories like this don't just exist on screens. They spark real emotions, real debates, and real reactions from people watching at home. You've seen how quickly rumors can turn into full narratives and how silence can sometimes speak louder than words. Now the question is, what do you think is really going on here? Do you believe these reports are pointing to something deeper that fans have missed for years? Or do you think this is another case of speculation growing bigger than the truth? Yourself in their shoes for a second. Imagine having your personal life discussed, analyzed, and judged by millions of strangers every single day. Would you speak up, or would you choose to stay silent and protect your peace? This is where your voice matters. Drop a comment and let everyone know where you stand. Do you think Erica was wrong for allegedly speaking out? Or do you feel silence would have been the bigger betrayal? Do you think Yandy is being unfairly targeted? Or do unanswered questions naturally invite doubt? And what about Mendeecees? Do you see his silence as strength, avoidance, or something else entirely? If you enjoy breaking down real stories, rumors, and reality TV drama in a thoughtful way, make sure you hit that like button because it helps this channel reach more people like you. Subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive, especially as new reports and reactions continue to surface. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because when this story updates, you'll want to hear it first. Most importantly, keep the conversation respectful. Different opinions don't mean enemies, they mean discussion. Share your thoughts, read what others are saying, and let's talk about it together. Your perspective could be the one that changes how someone else sees this entire situation.